Hey everybody, it's Cheri Dotterer, your neuro leadership coach here on The Writing Glitch. Welcome to probably the most important episode I'm recording to date. You've been listening for a while. You know that the show talks a lot about dysgraphia and how to help parents and teachers and kids overcome this disability. Well, here's the truth. There's been something stirring in me over the last year. I don't know if you've noticed it or not in the episodes, but it's been bothering me for a little while, and it's time to do something about it. So I started the writing glitch because I saw something was broken. It's not the students, it's the system. I saw that the kids were not lazy, but we called them lazy. They weren't behind because they were behind. They were behind because we thought they were behind. They were stuck in this system that just didn't understand them. And I wanted a voice for that. I still do, but it's the glitch inside of us that you have taken what I have shared and you can run with it. You can go back and listen to old episodes. It's not going to leave the platform, but we've bridged the gap from reading to writing, and my heart is just leading me to another location. So let's back up a couple years. Before I ever published Handwriting Brain Body Disconnect, I I was reading the story of Esther, and I would read it before I got out of bed every morning. And I'd read it from the beginning of chapter 1 till the very end of chapter 10. I practically had it memorized. And something was stirring in my heart, even back then, about who Esther was and who she became. And over the last 10 years of personal development, I have become something different, something new, something more powerful than I thought I'd ever become. Every teacher meets this part in their journey. It's called the hero's journey. And so we come to this point in the cycle within the hero's journey where we need to start expressing what that next step in our lives is, because the hero never comes back to the same place that they started. So let's learn how to build, lead, and heal and create new material. So I've taken what I have been learning about myself, about others, about leadership, and I've put it into the IMPACT Teacher Manifesto. I'm going to read it to you. You were put here for such a time as this. I think you've heard that once or twice before, right? Yeah. You were put here for such a time as this. You are not just an educator. You are a guide, a builder, a breaker of rhymes. In a world caught in cycles of overwhelm, disconnection, and underachievement, you are called to rise, to break your own hypnotic rhythm so you can help your students break theirs. You see beyond the behavior. You hear what isn't spoken. You feel the tension between the potential and the limitation, and choose potential every time. You know that learning doesn't start with worksheets, it starts with wisdom. With integrity as your foundation, you invite curiosity. Through metacognition, you ignite awareness. By modeling perseverance, you show students how to struggle well. With adaptability, you turn failure into fuel. Through confidence, you help learners rewrite the story they tell themselves. By embracing transcendence, you remind them that their life has purpose. You are on a journey, and so are your students. The two heroes' journeys intertwined. Together, you're not just mastering math or writing or reading, you're mastering identity, resilience, and the courage to become. This is a new classroom, not just a space for standards, but a sanctuary for transformation. You are not an accident. Sorry about that. You are not here by accident. You were put here for such a time as this. And we're just getting started. If you'd like a copy of this manifesto, you can check out the show notes and there'll be a link that you can download a free copy of the manifesto. So I wanted to blend my time here on the writing glitch with, let's rephrase that a little bit. My time here on the writing glitch, I have shared what I can about writing skills and how to change them. I'm passing the baton to someone else to take the reins and explore dysgraphia even further. What I'd like to do is go even bigger under the umbrella of personal development. I want to share stories that I've learned about Esther. I want to share your stories as well. So, what I'd like to do is I'd like to reach out to folks that are on Teachers Pay Teachers as sellers. And I'd like to share your story, your hero's journey, your transition from wherever it was that you were when you started to where you are now as a teacher. So if you are on Teachers Pay Teachers, please reach out to me at Cheri@cheridotterer.com. And I'd like to interview you on my new podcast. My target is that purpose-filled educator who resonates with the IMPACT Teacher Manifesto. So what's going to change? We're going to have more conversations about you. We're going to have Esther-inspired conversations. We're going to have lessons beyond the classroom. So, will you come with me? Will you let the new season of your teaching be filled with purpose, not pressure? If you've ever felt like you were made for something more, if you've ever wondered if your voice matters, if you ever created something meaningful but felt stuck, download that IMPACT Teacher Manifesto. And once you download it, send me an email. Let me know your story. I'd love to share it on the podcast. Until then, go be awesome, go be brilliant. You were put here for such a time as this. This has been Cheri Dotterer. That's Cheri with a C, Dot with two T's and two ERs. It has been a wonderful 3 years, and I'm sorry to see it go, but this is the last episode of The Writing Glitch. Look for a new podcast in the fall. Talk to you soon.